just won an Academy Award for her performance in A Beautiful Mind, and starting Friday, she can be seen starring in the new movie The Day the Earth Stood Still. Please welcome Jennifer Connelly.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look beautiful tonight, as always. I know, you'd think they'd have a better system by now. Then the guest comes out and straps their own mic on.
How's that?
It's the 21st century.
How am I doing?
Let me do it.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks good. It's so much to talk about because your life is always changing. How old are you? You have 2 kids, is that right?
I have 2 boys, Kai and Stellan. Kai is 11 and Stellan's 5.
Because I'm curious, because our last guest tonight, as you may have heard, is a 9-year-old boy who gives dating advice. And that shocked me because, you know, I started dating 3 years ago. My wife not happy about it. And, but I was a late bloomer and grew up in sort of an uptight family. We didn't talk about dating or none of that happened. Nothing happened. Are your kids, is the oldest, is he interested in girls yet?
Kai had a girlfriend.
How old again is he?
They've since broken up. He's 11.
11, so a girlfriend at 11.
He had a boyfriend.
Whoa.
You know? Sorry, Kai. No.
Probably not at work today.
Sorry, Kai. He had a girlfriend.
Talk about mom saying something embarrassing on television.
So sorry. He had a girlfriend that actually he dated for 2 years.
What?
They broke up last year.
What does that date consist of?
Well, it's really, it's really interesting. It's somewhere between, it's like in the twilight between play date and actual date. But this was crazy. I asked, one time he went over to her house. The mom picked them up after school, and they had this play date / date there. And I asked him after, what did you do? He said, well, we went to Cinderella. That's
kind of a high-end food place here in New York City.
Grocery store.
Yeah.
We bought some groceries. We cooked a nice meal together.
What? This is the smoothest guy I've ever heard of.
I said, what did you cook? Thinking it was like mac and cheese. We made veal and pesto mashed potatoes and salad and...
A little Bordeaux, maybe?
Like a proper meal.
I couldn't cook that now if you put a gun to my head.
Believe me, I'm like, chicken fingers.
Yes.
Like...
I eat tater tots frozen out of the bag. And then microwave my mouth. That's crazy. So this is pretty sophisticated.
I know.
I'm scared. I have a 5-year-old girl and a 3-year-old boy, and I don't want them to know about the opposite sex till they're in their late 40s.
Stellan makes us nervous. We're trying to get through kindergarten without him getting anyone pregnant. That's we're halfway there. So
he's walking around in a smoking jacket and a turtleneck. Now, I understand with our second guest tonight, you shot a comedy, is that right?
Absolutely right. Bradley Cooper,
you guys made a comedy. Now, you're not here to promote that, but I'm just curious, have you shot a comedy before? I was trying to think today, and I was thinking...
Not intentionally.
Not intentionally? What comedy did you sort of unintentionally make?
I started working when I was 11. I made my first movie, so there are a few doozies in there.
Right. We've all done work we're not proud of, yeah.
Well, I did make... The second film that I made was an Italian horror movie called Phenomena. I think the American title is Creepers. And in this movie, I am a sleepwalker, and I can communicate with insects, and my best friend is a chimpanzee.
A remake of the classic, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's some plot.
Yeah.
Did you like working with the chimpanzee?
I was devastated working with the chimpanzee. I gotta tell you, I was a huge, primate lover as a child. I mean, I just, had a real thing. I always wanted to go see the monkeys at the zoo.
Sure,
and the
yeah.
Chimps and then I worked with this. I was very excited to go to work and work with a chimp, and her name was Tonga, and it was heartbreaking. She bit me.
Bit you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She bit me. That was just the beginning of it. We're doing the scene, and she kept turning around, and the director didn't want to film her bottom. He thought it was, So he's like, just put her, if she tries to turn, put your hand on her shoulder and don't let her turn around. So I said, okay. So I do that, and she just...
Really?
Bites it.
You know, I believe this completely, and it's the reason I asked the question. I've worked with chimps a few times. Chimps are the worst. Chimps are son of a bitch douchebags. They are on a massive scale. They are. They are. They're the worst.
She got completely vicious with me after that, and anytime she saw me, she would start, you know, she would get into a real tizzy, and like we had this scene which was supposed to be this really lovely moment in the film where we're reunited after all this drama, and we run towards each other on the beach, if you can believe it, and open arms, and I'm reaching out for her, and she just starts going, ah! And like screaming and lunging, and people, like crew members, drop their equipment, whatever they're doing, and run to separate us. And
I thought they ran away. On this show, they'd run away from me.
She took off into the trees, and took them hours to get her down.
Yes. Well, you've gone on to better things. Let's talk about The Day the Earth Stood Still. We have a clip here from the film. And terrific cast in this movie. Yeah,
it was great. Keanu Reeves plays Klaatu.
Klaatu, this is a remake of the classic, yes.
1951 film. Jaden Smith plays my son Jacob. He's fantastic.
And we have, I think we have a scene here. Do you know which scene this is?
Yeah, I believe it's Klaatu comes to Earth. I wind up sort of on this kind of road trip with him, driving him around, and finally I say, okay, you have to tell me what's going on. What is your mission here? Because
everyone's wondering, why is Klaatu here? What's this mean for the human race?
Right, and I'm an astrobiologist, so this is, you know, studying, thinking about life elsewhere in the universe, so this is sort of my hugest fantasy that I should ever encounter someone from...
Get to talk to someone like
elsewhere.
Klaatu.
So,
let's take a look at this clip from The Day the Earth Stood Still.
I need to know what's happening.
This planet is dying. The human race is killing it.
So you've come here to help us?
No, I didn't.
You said you came to save us.
I said I came to save the Earth. We can't risk the survival of this planet for the sake of one species.
What are you saying?
If the Earth dies, you die. If you die, the Earth survives.
Both of you, hands on the car right now. Get the kid out of the car. I'm not gonna tell you again. Hands on the car.
Please don't hurt him.
Not gonna hurt him.
Wasn't talking to you.
A lot of good, scary lines of dialogue.
It's fun. It's a fun movie.
The Day the Earth Stood Still opens in theaters this Friday. Jennifer Connelly, always a privilege. Thanks so much for being here. Great to see you again. Bradley Cooper's here. Stick around.